Good evening, everybody. How's it going? Praying that the... Praying that everything is all set up properly. I hope it is. We shall find out once we get in... Oh. First, if the server goes live, and then once we get in the server, be able to see from there. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing good on this fine Tuesday evening. New season time. Be interesting to see how these are gonna fan out throughout the next 6 weeks. But yeah, about 2 minutes now, and the server should go live. And keeping a beady eye on the... Oh, you know what I did? It should be fine. I need to make a note for myself, though, that I need to actually properly upload the content onto the server for the Daihatsus and all the mod tricks we're using. Because it'll work, but I don't have any of the checksum stuff installed. Forgot to do that. Whoops. You just make like a big sticky note and stick it somewhere. Because, yeah, just make sure that everyone's on the right versions for stuff. And hopefully nobody has done a little bit of cheating, tweaking around with the files. I hope people here wouldn't do that, but you never know. But I mean, even if people had done it like unintentionally, right? Like you'd modified one of the cards for like single player use or something like that, then it would be out of whack. So this is the way to kind of force a degree of consistency across everyone, which is it's kind of what you want for a sane online environment. What am I looking at? Oh, there we go. Check. Has this updated? It has. Cool. And I think we should be live, actually, with the server. Yeah, we are. Cool. Let me get in there. Cool. Seems like it's all set up right. Okay. We are good. My tire locking worked as well. Weirdly, so in the Assetto Corsa like server config stuff, right? Typically you can choose. So if a car has multiple tire compounds available, it should there's a special section at the end which allows you to choose the legal tires for that car. So these are like the tires that you are allowed to pick in the race. For some reason, this has street and semi-slicks, and I think I might have noticed it on another car as well that had similar tires. But for some reason, they didn't show up on the like legal tires thing. For the Ferrari, it worked, which has semi-slicks and slicks. And while I want people to use the slicks in that one, I disabled the semi-slicks just to make sure nobody goes, oh, maybe semis are better, and then get completely trashed. by everyone who's just got so much more grip. But in these, I wanted to use the street tires because they have enough grip anyways. This car's pretty slow. So, but weirdly, I couldn't. But I was able to set up a fixed setup that just has the tires set, and then I just deleted everything else. So we can change everything. You just can't change the tires. Technically, I guess you could maybe... I don't know if that would work, actually. Not that it'd be practical in the race at all, but... I don't think you could do this in qualifying either, so... Could be wrong, though. Seems like I'm still... Oh, no. I am on the semis. Albeit qualifying is only 4 minutes, so... Very short qualifying. Get and get a little bit of driving done. Ooh. Can't race today with the legendary Daihatsu. Unfortunate. Hopefully I'll be able to join in future weeks. But hope all is well. Good luck. Cheers to the luck. I will need it. I think I get as much turning there as I was hoping for. That pressure seemed okay out of the box. Rears could maybe go up a little bit, but other than that, they're fine. Which is good. Seemed kind of high, but I guess that's optimal. Looks like my chair is like sunk a little bit. Not fully sure though. Quickly stand up and check that. Probably could stay in third gear through there. I don't think second's giving me much of a benefit. Idea where the optimum shift point is on this thing. I should have looked. I didn't. Oh, into the grass. Little cheap slide. See, does this thing have... Oh, it does a rev count here. This rev counter goes... Oh, okay, it's a bit zoomed out here. Yeah, this thing revs surprisingly high. I wonder what engine it uses. It might actually be a similar engine. No, actually no. I think this makes like 90 odd horsepower. Never mind, it's not a... I was gonna say maybe it uses a similar engine to my car. Because I know there's a bunch of different variants of the S6A. But I didn't know. This makes... yeah, I think this makes like 90 odd horsepower. It's not a K car, by definition. Which explains why it's probably a little bit faster than my car as well. What's that on the tires? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1 there as well. Probably trim out some fuel as well. 24 minutes. Not as much as I would have thought. 14 minutes. Yeah, it should be good enough. I'll put it to 22. add some camber maybe to this bitch. And make it turn in a bit better. Oh yeah. Let me check. I'm curious. What engine does this thing use? Storia X4. Okay, yeah, no. Oh, it uses a yeah, okay, it uses a turbo inline 4. Okay, the Daihatsu J engine. No clue where it revs to though. Seems like it has. It's about 8.5. That's pretty high, to be honest. Knew it wasn't going to go all the way to 10, because that's kind of ridiculous. Oops. I know that the commenter on my card's a bit of a troll. It goes all the way to 12,000. But the car starts to get pretty mad at you when you hit like 8,000. I mean, it is red line basically all the way from 8.5 to 12, but it does get mad at you when you start hitting 8. So it's a little bit of a misnomer. I know the common idea on the internet was that it was done like that for like tuning, but I don't know how true that is. I don't personally buy that as much as others do, but it could be true. I wouldn't rule it out. So you try and rev the stock engine to 12,000, and it's going. I think it's going boom. I don't even know if it would. I can't find out. And a bit of camber has helped a bit on the fronts. Bit better front turning. Change purpose in this car? No. Good to know. It is 4-wheel drive, so that is something to keep in mind. I think it's 120 wheel horsepower, not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's like double my car. And it's in a tiny little hatchback. Pretty serious piece of kit, this car, actually. I think from what I read, it was pretty dominant in like lower divisions of like Club Rally in like Japan, because it was a really cheap 4-wheel drive. Whoops, got a wheel on the grass there. Yeah, it was a really cheap 4-wheel drive option that was still, you know, like it performed very, very well, and so. You could rock up to like the lower classes and absolutely stomp people with it. I don't know if they ever made an official rally version. I know this mod has like an unofficial rally version, which I think is based off of a Gran Turismo car. But that thing is like complete bollocks, because it's like it's like 600 horsepower or something stupid like that, I think. Or it might be 400. Either way, it's a ridiculous amount of horsepower for a car of this size. Also, my testing, it didn't drive very well, so that's another thing. I might have picked it for the absurdity of it, if it drove better. But at least on my wheel, it felt like I was driving on, like, jelly. Faster than the GD86 on a hill climb. That plucky little engine and four-wheel drive putting in some work. I've been able to beat Yari's time. 107.881. I mean, I have been fumbling a lot, but... Never mind. There we go. Spoke too soon. Oh, shit. Yeah, I keep doing that. I need to stop doing that. Understeer is bad. So yeah, to those who are new of you who may be watching, links down in the description if you wish to join in. You don't need, there is a registration form, you don't need to register. The registration form is purely there just to guarantee a slot, and if you want to run a specific or custom livery, you can submit those too. But other than that, servers are free to join by everyone, at least for the time being. And yeah. I keep dipping a wheel into the grass there. I don't know what I'm doing. Luckily the car's quite nice and catchable. Just kind of let the wheel do its thing. Let's get up on that... Oops. Let's get up on that back wheel quite a bit. And brake quite hard. Not surprising. There's pretty soft suspension, but it's an interesting thing to note. I have my camera pushed in a bit too far though, I don't know. I don't know why this camera is like so far back. It's just like one of the default camera views. Maybe it's built for a different screen setup than mine. I don't know. Can I do this one and four? I can. I'm wide again. What am I doing? Not too bad. Be interesting to see how this is going to be in racing, but 7.5. Jesus, take the wheel. That was a mistake. Can I break for freedom? Mattia immediately to the top. How much faster is he? 9/10 of a second. Alright, I'm leaving. Shit. He doesn't quite have the turn-in circle to do that. Does that have a real turn-in circle with this car? Surprisingly small if that's the case. Well, the turn-in circle is surprisingly big. But I more meant like the steering lock. Steering lock almost feels like maybe half of what it should be. At least comparing it to my car, which is relatively very different car in principle, but in idea or in ideology, but this carries some similar traits. My steering wheel goes forever. It's still, let's try 15 minutes. Okay. Tire pressures are fine. Yeah, I don't know, can I just keep ratcheting up the camber? I don't know. Look at these liveries we got here. Oh. Missing front bumper and a headlight. Oh. There's nothing beyond the front bumper. Oh, a two-wheel in there. No idea what the license plate says, but so repping the logo. It seems like we might have a little bit of a quiet start this week, though. No bother, though. Oh, I'm slowest now? Fuck. It's like maybe a bit more time scrubbing. That might be working though. Hard to say. 4 minutes of qualifying though. This is going to be interesting. We get pallets to show up. Yeah. It seems so. It is what it is, though. Qualifying time. Been up through this first few years pretty quick. I think that does help. Makes it a bit worse. But like reducing the toe at least, I think does make it a little slower on that initial turn in, but means it holds the grip a bit nicer, I think, through the corners. Could be complete placebo. That's at least what I'm feeling. See how much that pays dividends in the actual running. A lot of understeer there, though. Yeah, I did notice. I made a huge blunder. I'm surprised nobody pointed out on the on some of the previous announcement videos. I don't know how I managed it. I guess, yeah, I really don't know. But on the, I noticed yesterday. I noticed on the prior announcement videos, instead of having the link to the Discord server, I had a link to the Google form. I don't even know if it was the right Google form. I should have clicked and seen which one it was, but uh, complete mockery. I don't know. And it wasn't just a one-time thing. I did that like twice, at least. Just bewildering. I don't know how. But they're fixed now, so if people go back and watch those, they will actually have the Discord link. Because even though they are in the past now, those events, you know, there's every chance that people pick them up. So. Just happen again. Is the grip drop? No, it's at 100%. Just driving slower, I guess. It's feeling a lot better, though. And again... Oh, nope, there comes a 105. How did I get up to 50 of that? I will never know. I think this will be a 106 if I don't mess this final sector up. I don't think I'm getting a 105, though. Under 6.8. It's better, slightly. It's still almost a second, but... Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Maybe drop the lever fuel out of this. I don't think it'll make too much of a difference, but... Some. Okay, Yari's done. Mattia's crashing into the pit lane. Alrighty. 2 quick sprints. To get things started here. Not really nice and straight. go. Lights are on. I got a cracking lunch, Jesus. I'm taking an early lead here. I'm like half that car missed on the front end. Oh, I've got a bit deep into the braking zone. And that would have been an ideal shift. Probably didn't need to lift as hard there either. And I braked a bit late there. So I think Mattia's probably going to get me down here. Inside line. Send it up the inside here. Ooh, bit of grass, bit of curb. That's gonna screw me on the exit. He's gonna get through here. Tried a little too hard there. Drive it around the outside here. Oh, I'm on the grass a bit. Got way over the curb, that's gonna line through. Bugger. Hopefully could have held that, but I got it wrong. Okay, you can just fall flat through there, good to know. Powered a little too early there. Gonna have to break away out of slipstream range. Arg. Hey Adam, how's it going? Fire in there quicker than he is. He's just better everywhere else. Fumbled that again. Ready race? Yep. It is already the race. Spreading out a bit more now. Terribly far off though. On pace. Bit deep in there. Bit deep there, shouldn't downshifted. We didn't lose too much time that lap, all things considered. So I maybe would have lost a bit more. Lose about 4 attempts, but you know. Just a little too hard in there. Water understeer. It's just kind of streaking away at this point. Maybe could have lifted a little bit there. I guess this is time to really just see where I can find more speed, so I can hopefully fend him off a bit better in race 2. 6.3, so that wasn't actually my fastest lap yet still. It's not quite enough to match Mattia there. Second, there's two races. Figured for a car like this, it'd make more sense. Yeah, 2 races. The 2 12-minute races with a partial reverse grid in between. He is just pulling away though. That rear end bucked up there under braking, which wasn't good. Again, it could be a back marker if needed. That's if your security allows it. It should do, but no pressure if you don't want to. I don't hold anything against people for not showing up. There were a couple of people who let me know that they couldn't turn up tonight for a variety of reasons, but shit happens. And it's just kind of a matter of the fact that, you know, some series are going to be more popular than others, so... It is what it is. Before I get... you shouldn't do... Because I forgot to upload the checksum files, so... There's technically no checksum going on. At the current moment, for these. It will be for the next race, because that's all Kunos content. I forgot to do it for this one. At least I think I did. I might have actually uploaded it already. That could be wrong. Don't think I did. And engine swap. Yeah, yeah. Engine swap. Make the semi-slick or make the street tires grip like they're slicks. Oh, I was not paying attention there. All right. To be honest, I will put my own laziness as to some of the blame for this season. With that being said, the trailer did get a fair few hits. I was surprised. Kind of just threw it up last night, not expecting much, and I woke up this morning and Had a few hits on it, which is good. Even if that necessarily hasn't translated into participation, it's still getting it out there more. I just watch, fair enough. No worries. We've still got another race of this, and then we got the Ferraris afterwards, so maybe we'll scrape up a couple more people for the Ferraris. I did feel it was maybe a risk running 2 street cars, but it was worth a shot. I think they are unique enough to warrant their existence. To emphasize engagement boost on these. Yeah. I don't really... Technically there are lots more avenues I could take, but I don't really know what would be worth it. Okay. Race 2 coming up. I don't think there's really anything to change on this. My computer fans are not loving life, though. Shed a setup. We do. Okay, that's interesting. I guess we'll try it. Oh, yeah, okay, right. I just got what you meant. Forgot this is all-wheel drive. Yeah, all-wheel drive. It's about 120 horsepower. Some interesting setup there. I'm gonna see how this handles. But yeah, no, yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, about engagement boosting. Admittedly, that is one thing I've never... I've tried a lot of different things. I've never been able to fully crack. Just being able to get, like... consistently get more engagement. Oh, bit of a wheel lock there. Yeah, he's right behind me. One thing I would love to do is just make the process more frictionless. But I guess it already is technically pretty frictionless, because you can just join the server. I don't know. It does pull slightly, even though it is an asymmetrical setup. I do need to be wary of that. It's hooked up quite nicely though when it wants to. Sometimes it doesn't want to though. Oh, I'm understeering a lot. Oh, I'm gonna be sandwiched here. Whee! Jump around the outside here. It's got a better run, I think. Is he gonna take it? Is he gonna pounce? He's looking. I don't think he's gonna pounce though. Alright, he is getting away a little bit though at the front. That's the problem. Never quite get this last corner right. He's gonna go for the overtake, okay. Not sure if he's gonna line up for a push. He didn't. Not quite sure the setup is doing better for me now. Ooh, a bit too shallow there. Yeah, I don't think it's really helping me now. Oh god. Got latched on the curb then, that was interesting. Has made a couple of corners slightly easier, but I'm not sure if it doesn't really... I'm not really used to it. It doesn't really feel like much of an overall benefit at the moment, which isn't ideal. They're clocking in much faster laps. I'm still floundering. I think I can get some... Oh my god. Yeah, it's a lot more skittish through some of those earlier corners, which I'm not doing a good job of dealing with. I should have just... Hindsight, I should have just stuck with my own setup. Devil you know sort of beat. Oh well. Now hunts down Yari to take the lead away from him. Hopefully they'll maybe fight a bit and allow me to catch up a bit more. Okay, better lap time. Still not great, but it is better. Let's get in there. Just struggling though with getting those fronts hooked up on the braking. And also, yeah, the rear's more slippery now because the rears are overpressured. So I can't quite abuse them as I was before. Mattia's trying the move for the lead. Didn't quite make it work. But I want to see, though. So that'll bring me a little closer. I need to figure out, though, how I have to get the most out of this setup through those first few corners, though. Because I am losing. That's definitely my biggest loss, I think, at the moment. I'm just not getting the traction I need. Let's come around the outside again. Still side by side. I think Yai has an advantage, though. He does. He's going to take it. Good stuff. Okay, that was a lot better. He looked up the inside, didn't quite get anything out of that, though. These two still all over each other. Yeah, I might get him down this straightaway, though, given that he is pretty much right on his bumper. I think Yai got a bit in the sand. Be decisive. Well, it seems maybe not, though. I think he just about get that on. Slowly eking in closer as those two continue to fight away. Now he's doing a good job at holding his ground. Slowly gaining time. Here looking everywhere and anywhere to find a gap. He ain't getting it, though. Speed there. Close between the two again into turn one. Just not. I was actually slightly slower than Mattia that lap. Mattia's gone deep, though. That's going to allow Yari to come back at him. I think Mattia does still have a slight advantage, though. He still does. He's still hanging in there. This could be dicey through here. But they both make it through. Still side by side. Jesus Christ. It's on me to catch up quite a bit. Oh, they touch a little bit. Still. Oh, Yari made him go deep. I opened the door. Advantage is still Mattia, and he finally tucks in behind him. Can he get the run he needs out of the final corner to maybe challenge? As I put a wheel on the grass like a fucking moron. Here we go. Should be the second last lap. He's right there in that slipstream. Is he going to be brave? He's going to try and get around the outside. It doesn't really work around here, but it's worth a shot. I was wondering if he was going to be brave and try going even further inside. Would have been risky, but got nothing to lose, really. We have a couple of Discord messages, which I will get to second after this, but I'm closing in on this. This could be interesting. I do think I would have done better on my own setup still, but I am getting the hang of this one slowly but surely. Wasn't a great run out of there, though. It's not going to help. think Mattia's got this one in the bag, though. Again, it'll be a sweep from him. And I blow the first corner. Just don't quite have as much grip with this setup as I had. Does allow for faster right turns, but it's a bit less consistent. Sadly, I'm not Mattia. So, yep, sweep for Mattia. Me and Yari are going to be on tight on point. Yes, second, third each. Ah. Okay. Let me get these replays up. I don't think there was much to go for in the first one. A little bit more to go for in the second, though. Good little battle between Mattia and Yari. It'll be about time for me to clean up my replays folder again, though. Setup no good. I mean, I think it was better. I just wasn't acclimatized to it enough to make proper use of it. Like I'd gotten used to my setup, which was pretty basic. I just kept it even and made it. I basically just upped the camber slightly and dropped the toe a little bit on both sides. To kept it symmetrical. But yeah, cause like I could feel it was I could feel your setup was faster through the right-handers especially. But I found that like I was sliding I was sliding the car too much. Whether that be on the fronts, the backs, or both. This. Open this race one. Yeah, this would be race one, actually. What am I saying? What a great start here, though. Wasn't expecting that. I have no idea what this says, but a pretty creative livery, though, with the sort of like beaten front end. With like the headlight and the bumper missing, even though it's just a hole. There is no engine in this thing. Powered through sheer willpower. So you're gonna be inside here. Gibberish nonsense, blah blah blah, 70 Fantastic. EV conversion reel. Yeah, I kind of fluffed up here. Got too much on the grass. And that bounce kind of spoiled me. Hey, right. Tried to hold him around the outside, which worked actually through here. And then I think I turned in a bit too much here. Caught the curb, yeah. Now, maybe lose out. And then that was basically it for race 1. So we can we quit out that one. And then at race 2. Oh. Some window appeared. I don't know what window that was. But it went away again. Again, I nailed the start in both these races. Pretty surprised by that. And held the lead for a bit. Again, 5 laps in both races. I'll take it. But you can see here, you can just hear it sliding like a motherfucker. Actually, this one wasn't too bad. This corner was one I was struggling with a lot. I was struggling for front grip, and then when I got the front grip, I was losing the rear. Complete disaster. This is fine. But it was these first couple of corners I was really sort of struggling on, I'd say the most. In race 2, you see no front grip whatsoever. I was hoping you were a little further over, but you weren't. Admittedly, I didn't really know where I was in the corner. And sweep we touch a little bit, and then nothing bad came of it. I didn't realize Yari went so wide. He basically went off the... almost went off the track. Close through there. He sort of settled because I didn't train on front wheel drive. True. Feeling the grass there, that helped me a lot. Inverted double yellow line movement. Oh, wait, is it? Where? At the... What, like this? Or... I've completely lost track of what I was looking at. I was kind of hoping you were going to go for the push here. Or him going around the outside, okay. Yeah. Hoping you would go for the push, but then you just went straight for the overtake, and I was like, no. Not surprised, though, because I was slow as fuck. At the beginning. Not worth looking at me. So I did catch up a bit, but it was just because these two were battling, really. Got a bit more comfortable with the car as we went on. This ain't a Trabant. True. The real meat and potatoes of this race, though. Good little scrap here between the two of you for a couple of laps. Oh. That, oh, I think it was a bad gear change, maybe. Oh, hang on. Just noticed we are... Let me just quickly... Ping for the Ferrari. that's also live. Oh, fuck. Set myself over here, but he held the inside, which is good. Able to fend off. Tucked up behind. Looked, but ultimately didn't take. Fair enough, he went really alongside, so it would have been pretty brave if you were to try something. Oh, we got a wheel on the grass there. Lines you up for the slipstream again. I think you can, if you have a car with downforce, I think you can kind of run around the outside here, but more mechanical grip-oriented cars, I don't think you really can. You could try, but it's not so easy. Very close here. Oh, I guess that was a little... Oh, yep, little punt there. Either a bad gear change or a slight network jump. Going defensive again. Seems like it's gear changes. He's struggling on one of these. Going in fifth, I guess. He's losing a lot. Maybe he's getting in... Oh, I think he might be... Yeah. I guess he's maybe getting fifth a bit too early. I think that's costing him. He lost at the run here, but he still had the inside and granny shifting. He went pretty wide, which allowed him to come back. However, the advantage was slightly higher. Side by side still. This is pretty good stuff, though. Side by side all through here. Just about eke that advantage. Vibing to Adele in the pits right now. Fair enough. Oh, a little tap there. We both lived. He tried to... Oh yeah, this is pretty good as well. He stuck his nose up there enough to get you to go wide. Sadly, didn't really make much of it, but pretty heads-up move. Got to run out of there as well, but able to lunge it up the inside. But yeah, you had the advantage from then. I think that was pretty much it. Time to practice the Ferrari a little bit, because I haven't. There's a few more things we could change on this car as well, so... Pipe into it down in the pits. Oh! Did I set this up wrong? I think I did. Oh well, no, it doesn't matter too much. I'd set a different livery for myself. But I guess maybe I put the wrong Steam ID in. Hard to say for sure. Can do a little bit of driving though. Lots of mechanical grip in this car, but not a lot of aerodynamic grip. You can see quite a bit of sliding around under power. This does have traction control, but traction control only helps so much. I also don't really think it's needed that much. A little bit is fine, I guess, but I think we can get by without it. Pretty okay. Slick tires give this thing a lot of grip. A lot more grip than you would think from a supercar. does help that it basically also has like sort of racing suspension. You can change pretty much everything in the suspension. Great throwable car. Which is cool. Oh dear. Got a little eager on the throttle. How fast we get down this straight line? I never actually tracked how quick we go down here. About there you go, 170. Oh, should have braked a little earlier though. Just about got it stopped. Not too bad. Could do some tweaking here and there, which we'll get to. Front right could do with a little more pressure. And the rear left could do with a little less, it seems. It does feel a little wallowy, maybe in some cases. Seven. Let's get back to the pits and see if I can. See what we can change on this bad boy. Probably take a little bit of fuel, 27 minutes. Yeah, let's see what fuel around 30 liters. Put it down to about 25, maybe. Yeah. Take away one here, add a couple there. Let's see, camber and tow. Hanging about this positive tow all around malarkey. Let's get rid of that. And how we roll here. Okay, dampers seem to just be an on-off affair. Don't know how much that actually changes. Hey, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so we got camber, dampers, and suspension stiffness. So let's just stop this by default. That's interesting. Okay. And anti-roll bars. We don't actually have ride height, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so bump. Okay, well. Yeah, this goes. bump to this. See how this goes. Some slight tweaks, but might make it a bit better. Car doesn't handle too bad as it is, but might help extract a little more from it. So far, so relatively good. Aim with the fastest lap. How much better that is than mine? Second, okay. Good to know. It's good to see that Adam was able to join the server without any issues. Slide there, but we made it. Thing has a lot of grip though. Need to exploit. Being a little loose to the wrist, I might try and soften the rear anti-roll just a touch. Make it a little more stable at the rear. Give me a bit more confidence to really push down on that throttle pedal a bit harder. See what this lap time's going to be. So it will be interesting to see. 56.5. Right there with Yari, yeah. Oh, that's a lot of understeer. Let's try that. Anti-roll bar. Yeah. Okay, we'll go down one click. Just one click for now. I'm actually trying to click down the front a bit as well, see what that does for us. Try that as well, see what that does. To make the rear a bit different. Maybe go up a little more on the front as well. Alright, down to a 54. Okay. Oh dear. Starting to get the feeling that I may be cooked. YouTube at it again with the chat. Really? Does it show up on your end, or does it not show up on your end either then? A bit better though. Definitely gonna get around to start another lap, but hey ho. Hit enter doesn't show up once reselecting the chat. Huh. Interesting. Ooh, that's a bit of a step at the steering wheel there. Even top or live, yeah. I always make sure I have it on live for the stream chat. Because that should show everything, theoretically. I know top can filter some things out. Let me refresh it quickly, see if that changes. Oh no, that doesn't change anything. Huh. Bizarre. Percy's delivery change app, it's client side, just a heads up, because I never tried it online before. Ah. Okay. Oh, ring qualifying. Right. I don't know why I almost thought we'd done qualifying. My brain is mush. Yeah, it seems like the app doesn't have any effect on anything, so... You know, one thing I haven't seen that I would like to investigate is, I mean, it might have been done already, I just haven't seen it, is the idea of server-sided applications. I don't know how feasible that would be, but I was thinking... Because I know there's stuff like real penalty and the likes, right? For doing penalties in AC. In a better way than the base AC system. But obviously that requires people to like have an app downloaded. Which isn't hard to do. But I was wondering if it is, you know, what the possibilities are for like a client-sided, sort of a client-sided rendition of that in a way. I don't know how much I would be able to get access to whilst the server's running. technically speaking, the really hacky way would be to have a client connect to the server and basically read everything as it's happening. The primitive way would just be to take it from the results sheet at the end of the server. But I don't know if you could actually have something that actually, like, reads the server as it's going. And then is, like, can throw out, like, messages. I'd have to assume it is possible. But I don't think I've ever seen it be done. So maybe it's not. I don't know. Would be cool if it would be, though. I think having a server-sided penalty system would probably be the best option. Doesn't feel too bad, but I don't know how fast or slow it's gonna be. I'm expecting it maybe relatively slow, but we'll see. Could be eating some grass there. Already in. Except nearly turned off the ABS there. That would have been a disaster. I don't really know how much the ABS is kicking in, though. If it's kicking too much, maybe I could try. Gonna get down. I guess there is an app. If I could find it. Aha. 6, okay. It kicks in more at lower speed. Maybe I could try to learn my brake power a little bit. Try and mitigate that. The more that kicks on, the bad, or the worse it is. Something you don't really think about it, but yeah, it does still hamper your braking performance. So you don't want to light up the ABS if you can avoid it. You don't really want either of those to light up, ideally. You want to be on the absolute edge of them lighting up, but just under it. Sure. But yeah, he's pulling like pretty much a whole extra second, if not more, on me on. Must be doing something wrong somewhere. Probably a lot of things wrong everywhere. Might be the actual answer. Get rid of that though. That was better. I think so. Go back to pits. Quickly try and weaken that brake power a little bit. I think about 97 should probably do the trick. Also gonna try dropping this maybe. Let's see what that does. Don't know what Mattia is. Mattia doesn't have a proper time on the board yet. Sandbagging. Woo. Six, Jesus. Yeah, I'm not really hearing the ABS kicking anymore. It's good. I have overcooked that like a moron. This is just my outlap though, so it doesn't matter as much, but that's something I want to do regardless. Okay, yeah, definitely. 87% does feel like it's pretty much cut out the ABS noises. Almost entirely. I just need to be a bit more aggressive all around. Spatia's on the grass. Interesting. Okay, one more shot of this. See what we can get. Not sure aggressive under breaking into there. Don't know why I went to second. That was a mistake. Bit of a slide there. That was also not ideal. Arias is getting faster and faster up front, which isn't good. Continue to make a mockery of myself. Sliding all over the place. Interesting to follow what he does in the race. He's obviously just driving better than I am. If I can figure out how, and should be able to help speed myself up, and if not, learn more for future rounds. Big lap, I have a feeling. We'll see. It's a relatively long track, so you never know. A little under 2 minutes a lap, so probably do about 11, maybe 12 laps at a push. I think it'll be 11 though. That wasn't any better. Okay, let's crank the brake power up a click. Let's turn in. Go join us 230 milliseconds ping. Yeah. Brazil moment. But Brazil connecting to European servers. We'll see how that goes. Oh, these gaps are brilliant. I don't know. Cheers for the luck. Good luck to yourself too. Let's add this back in. I feel like that made the car a bit better. Have that. And we'll just roll with it. That's as good as it gets. Remember, I don't think this thing has a clutch, so you have to be careful with that on the start. I think I just rev it in neutral. It's probably the best case. That was interesting. A couple of jump starts there. Ooh, bit of a contact there as well. Not quite sure what happened there. A bit of a mess at the start. Ooh, I'm deep on the brakes. I think Davide is gonna have a drive-through. He's gonna have to serve. Oh god. I think Yari was looking inside. I think he was too busy looking ahead, which I don't blame him for fully. I'm gonna take this opportunity and pounce when I have the chance. Check up City here. The opening. Oh, as I overcook it. It's gonna land to go up my inside, I think. Not quite. Good. It's able to cover just about. It's not getting that front grip, I feel. Some of these corners. Or front rotation, I should say. Grip's there. Turning isn't. I braked way too early. Whoopsie. I think Yari is just able to be a lot more aggressive. Probably Mattia as well. I guess the goal at the moment is really to just try and keep them behind me for as long as I can. But yellow definitely isn't one of my strongest tracks. But it was fitting, so couldn't really not pick it. Oh, and I've overdone it. Into the gravel. Yeah, oh yeah, Mattia jump started. Right, so he's gonna have a drive through that he's got to serve. Promotes me and Adam up. Adam's gone too deep though. Mistake train back here. Not really gonna be able to learn much from Yari back here, unfortunately though. Starting 17, 11, 6. Oh, BB. I guess because, yeah, 17, 11 seconds on the clock. You missed the race start. Unfortunate. Oh, hang on a second. That's not good. Hopefully that's balancing itself out. Okay, that has balanced itself out. We're good. Is it better to just stay in... Oh, it is better to just stay in 6th gear. Okay. Ooh, but now I've overcooked it. Oh, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, so 7th gear was bad. I was feeling it wasn't quite up to snuff. It's not gonna do much to close down the huge deficit that I have to Yari, but it should help me claw back a couple of extra temps that I was needlessly throwing away before. The rest is just gonna, oh, excuse me, come down to me improving my driving. Driving less shit, being more aggressive. Drive from hurt material a lot, so that does work in my favor. I pushed a lot harder for that. I could tell that I was really not making the most out of the grip I had for that corner. Never really quite get this one right. It's a tricky one. So it leads immediately into this chicane. Never can really get this last corner right either. Okay, so I know now. Keep it in 6th gear. That will help me. 55.4. Times are getting better. Not quite good enough yet. Unfortunate. Had to pick it. Oh, huh. The guy pushed at the start gave me a penalty too. I got a DSQ. Well, that sucks. .55.3. Getting there in lap times. But slower than both the other two, so that's the problem. Yeah, I guess that is the one problem with drive-thrus compared to warp to pits. Is that, yeah, it does... You are still in the race. Which means you can, like, crash into people. I don't think he maybe intended to run into you. But, yeah, these things do happen. He did seem a bit out of his depth, even that he did go off a couple of corners later and then quit. Ran into like 2 cars, yeah. think he just went for it, to be honest. Completely jumped the start. I mean, he might not have known that the car doesn't have a clutch, and so it just launched on him. Or he's never done a race without, with like, the possibility to jumpstart before. So I know when, like, AC... If you turn off the ability to jumpstart, they just obviously get their controls locked until it goes green. So you might have thought, oh, I'm in first gear, I can go. Definitely seemed like he wasn't very experienced, so... I don't know. We'll look at it on the replay and see. I don't know if there's a way I can un-DSQ you, though. Just unfortunate. You have an interesting idea. Given how these races end up going. But yeah, I don't think he did at all. Have I seen? Well, he probably would have been able to keep it on the track for a couple of turns. Number tier 1 off. I did, yeah. That's ballooned quite a bit. Sideways there. It's on the downhill. Easily done there if you push it a bit too hard. And I think, well, you know, he's got a lot of time to gain, so he probably is pushing quite a bit. But don't go into stuff. Getting the downshift protection. Yeah, 59. Ouch. Didn't cost him too much time though. But yeah, that jump start at the beginning really hurt him. So I put a wheel on the grass, it's gonna slow me up a nice bit. I did have a thought, right? Obviously in these races with Kunos content, we obviously get like random people joining, right? And it's somehow only just struck me now. But for one, I finally get a welcome message set up on this server. I keep meaning to do that, but I haven't. Which I will. I think that's something I should do. He's pulled off. Fair play. But also had a thought that I wonder, as a little experiment, given that the server is just running the whole time anyways, I could maybe set up like some... Yeah, no, I think he's fine. He's just kind of doing his thing. He was at... He didn't get going again until we went past him, so... I think he's okay. Ooh, losing the road bit under braking. Yellow car lags a lot. I think it said he was US, didn't it? Oh no, he's French. Never mind. 163 ping. So there would be a bit of lag there. But right, I was thinking, if I get that set up for one, but for two, I wonder if I just run like a random, like rolling 30-minute, like race session. I mean, like 30 minutes from start to finish. Like, I don't know, short practice, short qualifying, say like 5 minutes practice, 5 minutes qualifying, 15-minute race or whatever. And just have that looping, maybe alternating between like alternating between a couple of different like basic things. If maybe I could use that as almost a little advertising billboard. Worth a shot. I mean, I don't really lose anything by doing it. Might set that up after this and see how it goes. Did I at least look goofy on track? Oh shit. Well, I'd have fucked that all up. I don't know what you mean by goofy. It looked fine to me. I don't know if there was something I was supposed to see that I maybe didn't. You seemed a-okay. But I overshot. Oh. I mean, from what I was seeing, it did look like you just overshot, but I don't know. Ooh. I didn't notice anything goofy in particular, other than the fact that you did shoot off. Two more laps, I think. Yari only gets faster and faster out front. Not purple laps though. I'm not sure who got the purple lap. Maybe Mattia. Oh, yep, 53. Well, there you go. It's quite late on the braking there. He is catching. I'm very aware of that. He is catching at a rate of knots. He wants my position. Oh, he bottled it again? I jinxed him. Reminded me I was doing one of the Monday races a while ago in like another Discord server. And somebody was fucking around saying like they were in my passenger seat with like a rocket launcher or something. And they made like a silly sound, like an explosion sound or something. And then the guy in front of me like spun out. And he was like, see, told you. This was like years ago now, though. next time around. Speaking of, did you know that someone made a game mode like that for AC? What, like a combat racing thing? How would that even work? Ooh, that was actually my fastest lap yet. I don't know how that would work for AC as per se. It's janky. I could imagine. AC was never built to handle such a system. Ooh, dear. Right. We lived. Tire wear for this thing is basically non-existent throughout this race distance. I guess they are hard tires. And this probably isn't putting as much wear for them as a race car would. You're floating guns above the cars, you essentially just force push cars around. That does sound pretty weird. One idea I've been kind of meaning to do for ages, or been meaning to try for ages for AC, is to like have like a little like mini game thing where like you get like points for, like it gives you like random challenges each lap and you get points for doing them and stuff like that. Never really fleshed the idea out enough to really like start properly building it. But it's something I've always kind of thought about that might be an interesting thing to try one day and make. Not the final lap. He's not crossed the line yet. There we go. Fucking wheel peeling like crazy for that corner. We can actually overrun the engine a bit. Can't quite on the other gears. Whee! Is everyone finished now? I guess it hasn't ended. I don't know, because you got deleted, so... T frustration on that crash into the barriers. We'll see. Take a peek. The replay. Ooh. Crazy piece of news, though. But the UK actually got some sunlight today. Like, holy shit. Like, I was not... I was not expecting that today. Because, I mean, if you haven't heard any of the news, we've had rain basically every day this year. Get all these liveries quickly. That's pretty cool. Little road trip, crazy taxi. All of these different countries. Let's see. And then... Let's see what the hell happened, though. Plot twist, it's a mushroom cloud. Maybe. But yeah, no, I looked outside and there was... I mean, it's not sunny now because it's like in the evening, but it's surprisingly warm. Oh, Mattia jumped the start on his own. And he went for it. He seemed like he hesitated a bit. But then he committed. Yeah, 25 watching. Yeah, that's a surprise. I'm not sure. I mean, welcome to everyone who's joining. I'm watching along. There's 5. But, yeah, a bit of collateral at the start here, which is unfortunate. My view button. Not intentionally. Oh, had him take it to the grass there a bit. Yeah, it's unfortunate that that gave you a jump start as well, but I guess I'm not surprised. I guess that's the one problem with the drive-through jump starts though, because when you jump start, if anything, you're almost incentivized to just kind of keep going, right? Because you've got the drive-through anyways. That's your penalty. And like you just bolt. Really, there's no consequence for doing that. Forced to be a den, Rick. And then yeah, he just got on the grass here on the entry. Understeers off. He already had that drive-through. And I think he realized that the race wasn't going to go very far for him. So yeah, he just quit. Am I going crazy though? Or do you... And nobody else had their headlights on. I don't know if it's just me, but back here, these... Adam's headlights look red. It's very menacing. Very menacing headlights. Okay, with that chaos, I was able to jump to the front. And then I fucked it all up, because I'm an idiot. Yeah. Seems like that is the number. Yeah, I just plain and simply overcooked this. I think I was too busy looking in the mirror. And then I was like, uh-oh, I'm dead. And off I go. That let everyone else through. I remember in RF2 a botany ring, it was faster to jumpstart and do a drive-through. Crazy. And then, oh, just too much. Yeah, they look fine. Like, they look fine here. But it's just like when you're further away, they look red. I think you were just a bit, yeah, too... Yeah, maybe a bit too late on the brakes. Tried. You tried. Wasn't quite enough, though. That ABS was probably running real hard there. See how Mattia then takes the drive-through. Nothing much else really happens up front. So let's see what happened with you. Okay. Who's getting out the way there? On the downhill. You're doing a pretty good job at catching up. I guess it will hunt for a red YouTuber fail. Let's see, where did it all go wrong? Still seems fine, unless I've skipped past it by accident. But yeah, no, welcome to everyone who's watching, if you are real people. Oh, that's unlucky. A bit too much throttle, I think, there. Yeah, rear end just stepped out of line. Into the sand. But yeah, we race every Tuesday. If you're interested in joining, you can check the link in the description, and that will allow you to join in with us. There is a registration form in that server. You don't have to fill it out, and it is non-committal, but that will lock in a slot for you if you want it. Also allow you to lock in a custom livery if you want that too. As you can see here, Mattia has a custom livery for himself, nicely adorned on the car. Raise your hand if you're real. But yeah. Does that mean I can't prove I'm real? I'm raising my hands, but you can't see it. Seems like the... That was the end of the race. But yeah. Absolute domination from Yari, though. I don't know how... I mean, both of you were much faster than I was. I just kept... Barring that first lap incident, I just kept my nose clean, really. You definitely would have caught me had you not have made those mistakes, I think. I don't know what I was inherently missing. I think I was just missing talent, really. Unable to carry as much with the car as you guys were, I don't think. Shame that this... Obviously the brake inputs don't really work. Well, yeah, they don't really work for other people. See, that is really bad. I don't know why they thought that was a smart thing to do. Because, like, if you don't know any better, you're just gonna see this every time. And just think that everyone else is 0, 100, 0 braking. Which obviously is not what we're doing. Unless that is what everyone else is doing. But I don't think it is. Because like when we go to me, it's a much different graph. Bit of a messy graph, but an actual movements. But yeah, those were the 2 races. Well, unfortunate we had people drop out, but that's life. Make an app that steals telemetry from everyone on the server. Real. At least something happened, yeah. It's a shame we got disqualified from the Ferraris as well. That was unfortunate. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to for one, I do want to test out that idea I mentioned earlier about maybe just setting up like, because the server's running all the time. I'm not making any use of it really. My ultimate vision for that was to, you know, much later down the line, have people to be able to fill up that downtime with like a series of their own, but not really in the place to have that set up, because obviously I'd want that to be like all automated and stuff. But like, yeah, I feel like maybe just like having something up might be it'd be an interesting experiment, at least, to see what happens. Probably nothing, but maybe something. You never know. But yeah, I do also want to look into maybe seeing if server-sided... what is possible for server-sided applications. Because that would be interesting to dig into as well. To maybe do some stuff with that. Especially in terms of, like, on the penalty side of things. But yeah. I don't really have much more to add, really, at the moment. Beyond that. Of course, yeah, back next week. We'll be at... Where will we be? We'll be at Tsukuba in the Daihatsus, which hopefully should be good. And then we'll be at Montagna di Pietra in the Ferraris, which we ran a few seasons back in SRS in the... Again, another Ferrari. It's a fictional city track, but it's a pretty cool track. Jesus, check the server list, and some of the first results already have AI slot banners. I wonder where you set the banner, because I don't think I've seen anything for, like, a banner. Maybe it's, like, a content manager thing. I don't know, it's just something I'd like to... be interesting to look into. Yeah, might I don't know, might help get a little more exposure, which won't hurt. But yeah, I mean, even if that doesn't work, at least I'll have something for, like, our actual races that'll be up. That'll help give people a bit more information. Because chances are slim, but it might help some people connect a little more with the races, you know. Because, I mean, obviously when people join, we're obviously all driving around and stuff, doing our own kind of thing. And that would affect things. But, I mean, yeah, technically it's something that I should have set up anyway, so, yeah, would be something I do wanna set up. In general. Honestly, I was meant to do some stuff during my time off last week, but I was lazy as fuck, to be honest. I guess it was kind of worth it in the end, though, being lazy, because I feel a bit more motivated now for things. Get my ass in gear a bit more. I ironically find having a degree of pressure motivates me, which I don't think is necessarily the most healthy thing, but hey ho. Sounds on brand, yeah. I don't know. It's not a very healthy trait I have for myself, but I do find sometimes I dig myself a bit of a hole, and I can dig myself back out of it. But you know, what work I could have easily spread out across, like, you know, like weeks or months, I crunch out in like a week or a day even. It's not ideal. Not ideal. I'll say that much, that's for sure. But, yeah. I don't know if I want to come back here on Saturday again or not. I don't have anything against it, and I don't think I'm doing anything this Saturday. But, I think I want to find another game to pick up. It might be that for a while, just rotating between different games until we find one to settle on for a while. The live stream last week? No, it was Saturday. It was originally meant to be Friday, but I was busy at the time, so I pushed it back to Saturday. And I think Saturday works. It's just an easier time slot for me anyways, because on Friday evenings I help out with a couple of bits, which don't take very long to do, but they sometimes can happen a bit later on, so takes away some of the time. So I think Saturday definitely easier. I stay up to 2 a.m. Yeah, I mean I'd also been off that whole week, so my sleep was a bit out of whack anyways. Even if it was Friday, I probably would have stayed up also. So. It's just typically, especially on these nights, I go into the office on Wednesdays usually, so I try and typically stay up too late anyways, but I try to go to bed at least at a somewhat reasonable time, so I'm not a zombie at work the next day. But yeah. See, I might be back on Saturday, might not be. I'm not fully decided yet. As I said, I do want to make it more of a regular thing, but I don't know if I want it to be weekly or bi-weekly yet. Weekly would be more consistent. Which obviously is something that I do preach a lot, especially when people talk to me about doing live streaming and stuff. Just being consistent, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to commit to doing 2 streams every week. I mean, it's not hard to do, but it does take time away from doing other things. So I don't know, we'll see on that front. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back here on Tuesday with more of the usual. Yeah, I'll get everything all posted up after this, like the results and whatnot. And yeah, I think it's everything. If anybody has any questions, obviously now is the time to ask before I leave. I will be on the Discord server, which is linked down in the description, for a chat afterwards. But other than that, I think this is where we will wrap things up. So thanks everyone who came out and chatted. Thanks to everyone who came out and raced as well. Greatly appreciated. Hopefully we'll get a couple more next week. Get back up to closer to the numbers that we were at beforehand or in previous seasons. It would suck to have a bit of a dampener on our upwards momentum, but it happens. It happens. And we'll be definitely working at ways to try and make the experience better as we go throughout the season for future seasons and whatnot as well. It's about time I start making some actual meaningful improvements. Some might not be as visible to you guys than others, but yeah, there are a lot of... The idea machine is ticking, so we'll be working on some little bits, hopefully make things better and a bit more smoother. But yeah, that's it for now. And adios.